Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome or welcome back again to another video tutorial lesson from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor. Now in today's video tutorial, which is coming from one of my demo practice sessions with the young amateur players in my area, of course, he's been exposed to the game of 9-ball for the first time, and I find myself a lot of the times have to be doing practice sessions, execution sessions with the young players in my area. And as you know, that one of the things that Efren Bartarias once said, that he learns a lot from playing with and watching amateur players play, because many times a lot of his great shots that he plays is because he has seen many young amateurs attempt shots that he didn't think was possible. All right, so I'm going to be walking you through my thought process throughout this rack. As per usual, this is a rack analysis. Of course, if this is the first time you're on the channel, do not forget to smash the subscribe button below. Leave some positive questions and comments. Of course, leave a positive like on the video if it's of any value to you. Of course, I am determined and destined to not only improve my game, but to improve the games of the players, both new and old, that are around me. All right, so there you would have seen, based on the replay there, that was a fairly good break. Of course, it's an unsuccessful break. A ball was not deposited into the pocket. My opponent is the least experienced. Obviously, he doesn't know the game, right? I've explained some of the rules to him, but he may not necessarily execute all the rules. As I go through the rack, and after each rack, I demonstrate to him what he needed to do and how he needed to think about the game. All right, so let's not think that this particular video is all about highlighting my ability to run out or to think about the game, but I actually offer tips and advice after each rack that I play here. All right, so here I was given a ball in hand by my amateur opponent here, and I had to play pinpoint position here on the 2. I really got unfortunate here in terms of the position. Table is a little bit fast, guys, and I kind of overplayed my position here. Cue ball overroll and almost snookered me behind the 3-ball here. All right, now I have a look here at the 2, but I am most likely will have to think some sort of safety here. I tried to actually pot the 2 and play position for the 3, but it didn't really work out. I thought that was obviously the worst shot of this particular rack here. And as I had mentioned to you before, my amateur player that you're seeing here on screen is not in any way, shape or form knows how to play the game as he needed to. You can see that he's a little bit disappointed. He's kind of like one of those erratic players that just plays shot for shot, but you'll see that a lot of the times you're gonna learn some stuff. For example, he made a really good contact on that 3-ball there, right? He didn't leave me really tough. He's left me here ideally with a shot here on the 3. Now I'm attempting here, I'm a little bit straight and a little bit jacked up, so I'm attempting here to kind of stun out to the middle of the table for the 4-ball, and again I have snookered myself. So I haven't made a really good start to this rack, but here is where the rack started to look more like what I would have in my hindsight here. A nice kick shot here. It was very much intended in terms of the kick to bring the 4 back down to the bottom of the table. That was intent, but I got one extra bonus here by snookering my amateur opponent here behind the 4. And this is a really tough snooker. For even the strongest player, it is very hard to kick out of this shot. So even for him now, who doesn't really know the angles on the table as well as I would, it's really tough here. And so one too many mistakes by him is obviously going to cost him the rack. Now I have 6 balls laid out here on the table, and I should be able to get myself out nicely on this particular rack here. Some nice positional plays were executed, as you can see. Really nice cue ball control, and just really executing. I'm really in subconscious mode at the moment. Cue ball is just rolling nicely into position here, and I'm gonna run this rock out pretty quickly. It's one of those fastest 9-ball rocks that I've run out in a while, and clearly here you'll see that it was nicely done here. All right, now obviously bad position there from the 7 to the 8, but I'm in subconscious mode. It's really a practice mode for me. So nice bang shot here onto the 8 and getting a fairly good position for a spot shot pot here on the 9. And you'll notice how I play this 9-ball shot. This is a shot that I'm going to be doing in one of my tutorials coming up, learning how to pot this 9-ball. You will see how I go around the table and to avoid all the possible scratches that could happen here. It's always good to always let your stroke out when it comes to shots like these. All right, so that ends that particular rack here. Now we're going to be jumping into the second rack again, and it was really fun there when it comes to that rack. As I said, not all the time, guys, I'm going to be able to provide you with break and runs, exquisite break and runs. I want you to be able to see my downfalls. I want you to be able to see my failures, because when I get to that level where you're seeing absolutely back-to-back break and runs, you will know that those achievements were not attained through just getting up and doing it. It required a lot of failures and experience. And as I said, guys, I demonstrate, I give my opponents, I give my practice partners, I give these young amateur players tips after each and every one of these rocks, and I also learn from these rocks myself. All right, so here we go, yet another attempted break. Let's see if I can get a better one than the last time here. Last time I broke, I got it squat into the middle of the table, and that was really nicely done, except for that final kick there on that ball that swift across the table, kicking my cue ball down and up the table. I eventually here got the cue ball back into the middle of the table, but again it was an unsuccessful break. Again, my opponent here is not the most experienced, as I mentioned. He's just more of an erratic shot maker. He goes for shots that may not necessarily be ideal, but like I said, guys, it's sometimes very fun to watch these pool players play, and I learn from them, believe it or not. And it's not always about me, it's always most times about the learning process for me, learning from my mistakes, learning from their mistakes, and improving as I go along. Now you're gonna find that even at the highest level, you'll find that a lot of tough players will leave you with layouts like these. And you have to understand that not because an amateur player leaves you with a layout that is easy, you're always going to get out. You're going to make mistakes. And so these practice sessions help me to look back on some of the memories that I have in terms of improving my game here. All right. Now, pot there on the 2. Tried to come around 3 rails. Really didn't work out. The angle wasn't there. I tried to force it. Now I have left myself with no shot here. Now I'm gonna have to play a safety, obviously, and just banking that 3 ball there and using the 9 to hold position there. Unfortunately though, I leave that 3 ball too close to that pocket, and as I said, the amateur player may not necessarily know how to execute shots like these. You can see he went down really fast, shot the ball and missed. He didn't calculate the angle properly, and a lot of these times that's what you're gonna find, that young amateur players, he's very new to the game and he has a lot to learn, and I'm willing to help him. All right, but during the process I have to also help myself and improve my game here. All right, so here, nice pot there on the 3, coming back out for a pot here on the 4. Little steeper than I would love for this shot to be here, but if I can just roll this in and just hold position for that 5 ball here, then I should be okay. Nicely done, coming off 2 rails and holding the angle. Now the 6 ball has a pot into the top right. It also has a pot into the side pocket here. The angle is a little steep, but I know I can get somewhere back into the middle of the table with some top right spin here, top left spin here. Again, didn't calculate or calibrate the angle properly, and I you can see the grimace on my face. I was pretty disappointed with how I didn't really predict the correct path for that cue ball. I need a bit more flatter angle for that. I think ideally what I should have done was just played with some top to get perfect position on the 6. But again, as I said, you have to make do and be very creative when you're in tough position and you're able to make shots like what I'm about to execute here. Then you're gonna find that this is what turns you into a great player. These are memories that will live on in my career forever. All right, so fall out of position there on the 6, got back onto the 6 here, got back onto the 6, and played position for the 7, and it's just now to tidy up this rock here for the win. All right, again, falling out of line, just like in the previous rock, I fall out of line on the 8 and had to go for a bank. And again here it's the same thing, I'm going for a bank here on the 8. All right, now it's really tough sometimes, guys, to play on an 8-foot table because it's very congested. It's a very small table, and a lot of the times the position that you'll perhaps get on a 9-foot table is a lot easier than it is on a 8-foot table. There you can see I fortuitously, unfortunately, got positioned here on the 9. I could have actually missed that shot, or I could have actually scratched, but you see that it works out in my favor there. All right, so hopefully as you watched and you saw me execute a few nice positional plays there, you were able to learn something from this particular video. I'm so sorry that my opponent here didn't give me a more stronger challenge, but like I said, I love showing you guys these videos because these are the types of videos that really and truly helps me to develop my game and get better and better as I go along. I learn from my own experience here. All right, so do take care. Until next time, I'll see you in another tutorial video. Until next time, I will see you soon. Until the next lesson, keep on practicing and develop and improve your pool game. Take care, guys. Bye bye.